collected the money for excursion, collected extra money for the excursion. Like I already collected money for the excursion and extra money for the excursion, and I did not pay. Like so, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Busibe, and I'm back with another video. So, firstly, I'm going to apologize about my last video. So the thing was, I got the tripod, and I was like, okay, let me like do the video like around another side of my room and not this particular side. Then I kind of did the video in the evening, and the lighting was like already low. And I was like trying to edit it, so I don't know. I messed up with the edits. Like the last video was just not for me. I messed up with the editing. I messed up with the lighting. Like the lighting from the video was not really good. Trying to edit, I messed it up. Like the last video was not just it. It was not just it. So I apologize for that. So today's video, as you can see by title, is about things I did in secondary school, and and the lies I told my mom to cover up the lie I did. Yeah, a lie is a lie a lie is a lie that you lied to cover up the lie that you've lied. Yes. So that's it. I've told my mom a lot of lies. Like I've did a lot of things in secondary school, which I know it wasn't good. So the first one was about GSS. It was about like last 3 years ago or so. It was in the night. So Jesus, I'm feeling embarrassed to say this. Like I don't feel like saying it. So it was in the night, and I was like, someone sent me a message, probably a boy. He sent me a message, and the message was like, it was not ordinary message. And mom was like, who is this? Who is this? Look, so luckily for me, I did not put the person's name. Then it was in the night, as I was saying. It happened in the night. The message entered my phone in the night, and I was charging my phone in the parlor, and I went to the room to sleep. Then my brother saw the message, and he told my mom that look at the message that entered the daughter's phone, see the message that entered her phone, and I was like, to be sincere, I was scared. I was scared. I was like, bro, you're about to die. Hey, she was taking the stuff to school. She was reporting the stuff. So she told me to forward the message to her so that she can forward the message to my teacher. Jesus, problem. So I forwarded the message to her, and I forwarded the message to her, and she forwarded the message to my teacher. And when I got to school, she beat me a bit small. Told me like I collected cane. Cane. I got beaten for it. Like, what's the meaning of this one now? Like, she was not kind of, she was not bothered about the boys' part, but she was bothered about my own part. And I collected cane. Then when I got home, I still wanted to go and handle what was at home. I told her that the woman did investigation. The woman did not do any stupid investigation. That the woman did investigation, and they found out that the message was not meant to come to me, that the message was meant to go to another person in another school. I was like, the message was meant to go to another person, that the message was not coming for me. That can't she see that what did I use to store the person's name, the person's nickname, that nothing special there. And like I was like trying to cover it up and all so that everything that happened can just go and to never be in our memory that Busola did this thing and Busola did that one. Yeah. So that was how I got free from that incident too. That was how I was free. So that the woman did the investigation, and the message was meant to go to the guy's friend. The guy's friend was meant to send like stupid lie, like very, very stupid. And there's something you don't think your mom doesn't know. Like if you lie to her, I don't think your mom doesn't know that you're lying. Because I'm just like remembering that when I was in secondary school, all those lies I've told, I was like, these lies are they are really, really stupid. This one is about collecting more money. So basically, the only time normally in this house, as for me, the only time I can collect money is only if I'm going to school. Like if you are going to school, take your money, and the day you're not going to school, stay at home, no money for you, you just do your thing. Then me, I invented Saturday lesson. I was in like SS2 that time. So there's no Saturday lesson for SS2. There was only Saturday lesson for SS3. And I was like, me, I invented my own Saturday lesson because I wanted to collect money, and I was like, the only way I can collect money is only for me to leave this house and say I'm going to school. So that period, it's not that I'm not going to meet anybody in school. I'm going to meet people in school. And like the SS3 are in school that period doing their own lesson. So me, I said they were doing Saturday lesson to collect extra money. So my friends were also coming to school that day. So we all came to school, collected the money, obviously. And do you know what happened in school? We got caught. We were like, what are you doing in school? Which lesson are you doing? What do you come and do? I'm like, everybody, like, we were scared. Like, they sent us out of the school. They're like, go away, go. You don't have anything. You don't have anything to come and do in school. Like, you're not in SS3, so why are you in school? And they sent us away from school that day. And I could not go home. So I went to my friend's house, obviously. So that Saturday lesson I was talking about was like about SS2 Saturday lesson. And basically SS3 Saturday lesson. This SS3 one was okay, fine, there is Saturday lesson. But I did not go to the Saturday lesson. I collected the money, but I did not go to Saturday lesson. I would just like go down the street, go to my friend's house, but I did not go for the Saturday lesson. And some other stupid lessons I used to go for. So there was like SS3 was really, really stressful. Like we do lesson every single period, like every single extra time that we have lesson. Any small time, lesson. Like it was really, really, I know they were like trying to help us and all. So I was like, I needed the money. I was like, I think I wanted to use the money to do something. Either I want to buy a new show, or I want to buy data. Because that's the only two things I use my money to do. And I was like, but I'm sure it's later. So I did not go to school that day. I just left to carry my bag, wear my uniform, wear my like not uniform so that I won't get like this thing. So wear my sports wear and I was like running down the streets, went to my friend's house. I never wanted to take anybody. I just went to my friend's house, like just collected the money. Went to my friend. And I will stay there till when it is time to go home. Then I'll carry myself and go back home. And nobody will know anything. I did it like for how many? I did it for like some time when I was in SS3. I did it for like some time because to get money. What else? This one is excursion. You know that they'll be like, oh, we are going for excursion, we are going out, the school is taking us out. And oh, this one is collecting extra money. Let's say that the money for the excursion is like, or in fact, collecting money and not going for the excursion. That's just it. But the only time I did that one, collecting money and not going for the excursion was like in SS3 when we were like, we are going to Bangkok, we are going to Kile. And oh, I collected the money and I did not go because I felt like because I don't even know. I didn't even because this collecting extra money for excursions. Normally they'll be like, oh, excursion, we are going for excursion. The excursion money is 5,000. I can go home and say that the excursion money is like 7,000, 6,000, and oh, like I'll just increase the money for the excursion. So I'll just increase the money for the excursion because mom is not the kind of person that will call the teacher that okay, how much is this excursion money? What's up, people? So like in school, she's not that kind of person because she does not like stressing my teachers or stressing anybody in school. So she's like, do your thing, make sure you're safe and all. So this one, I'll just like tell her, tell her at home that we are going for excursion and the money is so. I've increased my own money. I've collected my share. If I want to pay, I'll pay. Then the remaining money is like maybe I want to spend it in the excursion and or I want to buy something like another time. And yes, that's like I basically did all those ones like paying for excursion and but like for the first time I did not pay for the excursion. This was like in SS3, like SS3 was just I was so disobedient in SS3, like I don't even know. This one like I collected the money for excursion, collected extra money for the excursion. Like I already collected money for the excursion and extra money for the excursion, and I did not pay. Like I did not even pay. I did not bother to pay. My mind was not. I collected the money like 2 weeks before the excursion. Like the day they told us, the following day I told my mom at home. Then the following day she gave me the money. I was like 3 days, 2 days interval. Then the excursion was still like 2 weeks, and I did not pay because that 2 weeks I didn't even think of paying because my mind was like I know I was not going to pay because I did not feel like going. I felt like going, but I was like at the same time I didn't want to go. So they went to back work. I already told those ones that are going to the back work. I was like, see, when you are going, just snap the front of the school. Or like snap the front of the schools. Snap the front of the school and like the teachers that are there. And the lecturers just snap like two of them. Let me show my mommy at home. And I'll Photoshop the rest, I'll put myself at the front of the school to make it make sense. After all of that, I saw the excursion. Mom was like, after like a week, she was like, have you guys not gone for the excursion? I was like, oh, we've not gone, and they postponed it. Okay, oh, she did not still bother me. The following week, he was like, are you guys not going for the excursion? I was like, we are still going, but we're trying to like SS3 are busy, so we are trying to like do some things before we go. My mom just got tired of asking. Then the day they went, I did not tell her that they went for excursion. Hey, because I did not go. I did not tell her that we went for excursion. And I cannot tell her that. Because something happened that day. They were in hurry and like they left some students in school. They did not take some students. Because they already told them the time to come to school. And some of them that came like 1 minute late, they left them. And like, they left all of them. So I cannot tell my mom that they left me. I can't tell her that they left me and because if I want to give her another lie, I'll be like, they left me and I've paid to the school. That will make my mom call the teacher and be like, what's going on? So I did not bother about that one. I didn't even tell her anything. Like the day after the excursion, and I just told her that we've gone for the excursion. That me I chose Caleb. Some people chose Bangkok. That me I chose Caleb. She's like, oh, let me see the Caleb. Just like took some pictures. Like they did quiz at Caleb that time. So I just like the pictures of those people that they snapped. I showed her that I was the one. I showed her that I was the one that snapped the picture. So I just like showed her the picture. So like, where's the one picture that didn't I snap? I was like, I don't take my phone. That's why. Assuming I took my phone, I would have snapped. That's a lie. I'm always taking my phone. So, and I did not take any stupid picture. That means I didn't even go for the excursion. So excursion was like, I spent the money. I spent the money like a week. Like the week they gave me that money, I spent all those money. Like I spent everything that week. Like not even talk of excursion. I was still like 2 weeks. Get it. I can't upload everything at the same time because it's just too long. And I don't like posting long videos again. Like if it is not up to 10, 11 minutes, no. So I'll upload them. Make sure you watch the next video because I'm going to upload the next video next week. So bye guys. See you in another Saturday. Oh yeah. See you. Bye. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Because what are you waiting for?
Capaz mais mete paco. Ai, Casablanca, Mami.